Hello everybody, we're going to be getting into a new art project this week, and we're going to be doing a really cool cornucopia. You'll see that Ms. De La Torre gave you this in your goodie bag. It's a picture of a cornucopia, a pink and brown piece of construction paper, and then some tin foil as well. We're also going to be needing some glue. You can use Elmer's regular or a glue stick. You could also use tape if you'd like, or a stapler. We're also going to need a Sharpie and some markers for coloring, and then some cling wrap or saran wrap, whatever you have at home. All right, so for the first step, you're going to take your cornucopia drawing and your saran wrap, and what we're going to be doing first is wrapping the saran wrap over the paper. Okay, so we're going to measure out how long our saran wrap needs to be. You want to be a little more generous, so leave a little extra room and pull it out. Maybe a little more, so like that much. And then one thing you can do, if you have a glass surface like this, you can push it down, and then you're going to chop it off. And you're going to do it really slow and careful. There you go. And try not to have it bundle up. You want to be very careful with it and keep it separated because it will cling together. So now you place it over very carefully, and you kind of push down, and then you're going to lift up and kind of wrap it around the paper. Okay, and then go down like that, and you just kind of want to keep it as flat to it as possible. So now your paper is covered in saran wrap. Okay, you can cut it. All right, so the next step is you're going to need your Sharpie, and you're going to want to make sure that your saran wrap is nice and tight again on your paper, because now we're going to be tracing with the Sharpie on the saran wrap of the cornucopia, just the outline. So you're going to start up here in the top left corner, and you're going to start tracing. And you're going to try to hold it still as much as you can. Take your time. It's going to look really cool at the end, but you need to be patient. And we're going from the top left all the way through it. It's okay if it's not perfect. We're going to be coloring it in afterwards. It's going to look really cool. You guys are going to need to show some grit and persistence while you're doing this, because this is probably the hardest part of this. But I know you guys can do it. So just keep taking your time while you're tracing. Make sure to try to keep it lined up as best you can. And don't worry about the little details. I just want you to do the outline of everything. So if it gets out of line, you got to line it up again. And you got to be very patient with it, okay? Okay, pause it. All right, so we're continuing on. Remember, if things get out of place, just make it a little tighter and take your time. If it doesn't look perfect, that's okay. Art is not perfect. It's the process that counts. So while we're making this, we want to think about what the cornucopia represents. And it's showing us something that happened a couple centuries ago, before our country was a country. So we celebrate Thanksgiving because it was a time when the harvest was happening and there was plenty of food to eat. And we celebrate it because the Native Americans helped us learn how to grow these crops that are here in the United States. And a lot of these things you see in here, like pumpkins, apples, squash, corn, these are all things that the Native Americans showed the colonists how to grow. So it's kind of a symbol of Thanksgiving and the harvesting that they do during this time of the year. So for the corn, just draw little circles all around. Doesn't have to be perfect, just try to make little baby circles so it looks like corn. All right. So if you miss little things here and there, it's not a big deal. It's really just the main parts of the cornucopia that you want to get. But again, we're just taking our time, relaxing, enjoying the art, and we're trying to keep it nice and tight against the paper so we can trace accurately. Okay, we can cut it. All right, so once you've finished your tracing of the cornucopia on the saran wrap, you're going to take your pink cardboard or construction paper, pink construction paper, and the tin foil, and you're going to place the pink construction paper inside of the tin foil, and you're going to wrap it. So fold the left side over like that, and then fold the right side over. So you hold this down and then you fold it over nicely, nice and tight. And if you have these little kinks, you just push them down, and then you flatten it. And then to go to the bottom, you do the same thing. You kink and you fold. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. Excellent. And then last but not least, the top part. Fold it. So now the front is this nice metallic tinfoil thing. Okay, so once you have your tinfoil wrapped around the construction paper, flip it back over. And what we're going to do now is we're going to either put glue, if you have glue, and you're going to do a little bit of glue up here at the top. So just a little bit up here like that and go across very lightly. Now, and if you can do it with glue stick too, you just go across the top. But I'm going to use tape. If you have tape, I would definitely use this. It's the best thing that works. But we're going to take little pieces of tape and we're going to put it into a circle like this. You bend it backwards and tape it to itself. And then we're going to put it in the corners first. And we're going to push it down. We're going to flatten it out. And we're going to put another piece in the middle. And so, yeah, you take the tape off and you wrap it around and tape it to itself so that all the sides are sticky. And you push that one down in the middle. Try to keep it close to the top. And I'm going to put another one on the left-hand corner and flatten it out. Okay. So now we're going to flip it over, but don't leave it flat because we have the tape on it, remember? So you're going to take your cling wrap and you're going to lean it against it. And you're going to, can you go over here? You're going to carefully unwrap your saran wrap and pick it up nice and easy. And make sure it doesn't crinkle up. And you're going to place it on your tin foil on the front. And then you're going to wrap the cling wrap around the back where the tape is. So you're going to go around, you're going to press down. Make sure it's nice and tight on there. Okay. So now that we have the tape and have it wrapped around the corner with the tape, we're going to, so mine doesn't have enough length on the bottom to wrap underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'm going to put tape down here. And if you have glue, then you're going to put glue down here. Once again, you tape it, you put it in the corner and you flatten it out. We're going to do 3 pieces, just like last time. 1 in the middle, 1 in both, 2 on the sides. So you put that one in the middle and you flatten it, and then 1 on the left side. You flatten it. So now you're going to take each side and you're going to pull it nice and tight. And then you're going to place it on the tape. Try to keep it nice and flat. Awesome. So we have those. Now we need to tuck in the sides. So what we can do is just flip it over again. Be careful not to crinkle it. And I'll show you. So let's say you have glue. Then what you could do is just line the side a little bit and each side with just a little bit of glue. So you have some there, some here. You could even do a little bit in there if it's goes far in enough. And then you fold the sides over and nice and tight. And once it's nice and tight, you press down. And the cling wrap should hold onto itself pretty well. And if you don't have it perfect, that's okay, because we're just going to end up gluing this part, the back, onto here. So we're going to fold over this part as well. Push it down so the glue sticks. Cool. And now we can, well, wait, that would not be good, would it? Okay. So now you need to get your other construction paper, have it ready, and you're going to either put tape in the middle or glue. I'm going to do glue to show you, and you're just going to want to put glue around here. You fill it in a little bit like that. You can be a little more generous with it. And then maybe put a little bit of glue around the saran wrap on the sides. And you're going to lift it up carefully. Put your paper down and then flip it over. And press down. Try to tuck in any saran wrap that wasn't tucked in. And push down. Be careful of not smudging your cornucopia. There we go. So now that we have our background and our cornucopia, we're going to color it in. I'm going to quickly, there's one spot I missed. There we go. Just wrapping it around a little bit. I'm going to quickly, there's one spot I missed. There we go. Just wrapping it around a little bit. Okay, so now you're going to get your markers and we're going to color it in. Now you got to be careful when you're coloring because unlike Sharpies, these will smudge. If you run your hand over it, it'll smudge and it'll make a mess. So what we're going to do is, so cornucopias are brown. So we're going to start at the top over here. We're going to color it in. Nice and easy. And try to stay in the lines the best you can. And we're going to move our way from here down into the fruit and the food. You know, these are grapes, so they'll be purple. The apple is red. So we're being really careful. I'm keeping my arm away from the marker because we're gonna have to let that dry for a while. All right, now we're gonna color the basket. This is the handle. All right, so we've colored our cornucopia, the outline of it. Now we're gonna get into the leaves. And remember, we're trying to color starting from over here and then moving our way down. So top left down to the bottom right. So it's easier not to smudge, because if we rub our hands across it, it's gonna make a big mess and it's not gonna look as good. So we'll keep going with these leaves. It can be green and a little bit of yellow if you want. I mean, you can color this any color you want. You can get creative, so don't feel like you have to color everything like in the exact color. Let's see. So these are grapes, so we're going to color them purple. We're going for more of a realistic look to the cornucopia. Okay, I'm going to grab a red and color in our little apple down here. We have some more green to fill in. All right, so we're on to our pumpkin right here. I'm going to start with the little leaf. Remember, take your time and try stay best as you can in the lines. All right, so now we're getting to the corn. So the stalks on the corn are green, and then the corn itself is yellow. I'm just going to color this one while I'm at it. All right, so we have some more leaves. I'm going to kind of blend some colors here. I'm going to go red and then put a little bit of orange in there. Some more red and some orange, and the red and orange is kind of cool. Let me blend it a bit since it's so... Here, get the stalks there. All right, we have some red tomatoes here on the bottom, so let's color that in. Let's see, we got some more grapes. right, this looks like a melon here, so I'm gonna color that green. We got some more leaves. I'm gonna put some green in there, but then I'm also gonna do some orange and yellow. Kind of blend them all to make them look like fall leaves. Kind of golden. All right, we got another little apple right here. And remember, we're being careful. Now we have a lot of marker on here. So if you rub your hand on it, it's gonna smudge it. Let's see. Orange, an apple in here. This is some kind of stock on. Make sure you fill in all the white space because it looks way cooler in the ends. And there you have it. That is our fall cornucopia. Looks pretty cool, huh? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And good luck with your own. Make sure that you start and stop or rewind the video if you need it. And you can always ask Miss De La Torre or Mr. Parsons for help. All right. Have a great day.